Hey everyone, welcome to this week's iWoman Report. I'm Kathleen Trigg-Jones in our New York City Broadcast Center. As always, we have a great show lined up for you today. Happy Women's History Month, everyone. Here at iWomanTV, we always celebrate women all day, every day. But this month is extra special because the rest of the world gets to catch up with what we've known all along, which is that women are freaking amazing. Women continue to make strides in almost every industry, but there is still a very long way to go, especially when it comes to pay equity. It's something we are taking on as one of our major causes here at iWomanTV in 2024, getting women the pay they deserve. We're going to be talking with LaToya Shambo, the founder of the Black Girl Digital Awards, and an agency created specifically to address the underpayment of Black and Brown creators. Plus, after a several-year hiatus, finally some answers about the life of talk show host Wendy Williams. And later, iWomanTV is in Saudi Arabia. We're taking you to the richest horse race in the world. But we're going to start off with a very tragic story out of Oklahoma. Vigils are being held around the country following the death of a 16-year-old non-binary Oklahoma high school student who died one day after being jumped in a school bathroom by 3 girls. Under Oklahoma law, students who identify as transgender or non-binary are prohibited from using school bathrooms. The school principal is being criticized for suspending the teen following the altercation and calling their mother to pick them up instead of calling an ambulance. Police released body cam footage of the teen in the hospital later in the day with their mother explaining what happened. They said they were constantly bullied, but never reported it.
So they just up and decided to just start messing with you? Because
of the way that we dress.
Okay, so you didn't do anything at all at any point in time that would have, even a couple days ago or even a month ago or anything like that?
I don't know these girls.
Okay, all right. So they just continued to pick on you and pick on you. Then at some point you did what happened? They got up and confronted you in class, or did you say it was the bathroom or the hallway? Okay, the bathroom.
We were going to stack chairs, and after we stacked chairs, we went to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I was talking with my friends, they were talking with their friends, and we were laughing, and they had said something like, "Why do they laugh like that?" And they were talking about us in front of us. And so I went up there and I poured water on them. Okay. And then all 3 of them came at me.
Next, Benedict was released from the hospital following that interview and died the very next day. No official cause of death has been released, but officials say early reports indicate the teen did not die as a result of injuries they sustained in the fight. Oklahoma has been one of the loudest opponents of transgender rights across the country. Protesters are demanding a change to those laws. With Donald Trump found guilty of fraud and ordered to pay $454 million, and President Biden's age and competency being questioned, is it possible we could have 2 female candidates facing off in the November presidential election, including one unlikely candidate? Now, Michelle Obama has always denied even the slightest possibility that she will consider a run for political office. However, a recent report suggests the former First Lady could be the Democratic favorite to run on the Democratic ticket against Donald Trump in the 2024 election. One thing is for certain, she has been very outspoken about her fears over who will be on that ticket in November.
I am terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. It affects us in ways that sometimes I think people take for granted.
And this brings me to our question of the day. Of these candidates, which one are you more likely to vote for in November? President Biden, Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, or Michelle Obama? Please take it to social media at iWomanTV and cast your vote. Please feel free to also leave a comment. I'm going to leave my thoughts to myself on this one, but I will say that it could get very interesting. Speaking of the Obamas, did you hear that Malia has changed her name? Yep, the oldest of the Obama girls has decided to go by her middle name, Malia Ann, instead of Obama, perhaps to distance herself from her parents' fame as she tries to navigate the world of film and business on her own merits. And who could fault her for that? When we come back, who made Time Magazine's Women of the Year list? And iWomanTV is in Saudi Arabia. Stick around for a trip to the richest horse race in the world. Welcome back. The internet is buzzing after Lifetime's shocking documentary, Where is Wendy Williams, premiered. Fans and critics alike are commenting on how difficult it was to watch the former talk show queen portrayed in such a sad state. The Wendy Williams show ran for 14 years, and she was on the radio more than a decade before that. But the former talk show host's life spiraled out of control after a battle with drugs, alcohol, and now a diagnosis of dementia.
She has people around who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
This is all too much. Go! Drive! I have no idea where we are. This doesn't look like anything familiar.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him? I control men. I weigh 138. Anybody could look at her and tell this is not just alcohol. There's something more going on.
Wendy Williams has been under a guardianship since 2022. Her care team revealed that she had been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia in 2023. Her guardian attempted to block the movie from airing, but judges ruled in favor of the production due to the First Amendment rights. Producers have made a statement saying cameras would not have rolled if they knew Williams was suffering from dementia. Primary progressive aphasia is a form of dementia in the frontal or temporal lobes of the brain, affecting speech and language. I have to say, I watched that documentary, and I've known Wendy Williams personally for many years. We started our careers in broadcast together and worked many years side by side here in New York City, broadcasting the news. She's been a friend of my husband and I, and that documentary was extremely difficult to watch. My heart goes out to you, Wendy, if you're watching, as well as your son, your sister, and the rest of your family, and all those who love you. Switching gears now. It's Women's History Month, and equal pay is a real issue for women. Although women are making strides and taking on more leadership roles, pay continues to make the playing field uneven. The latest statistics show women continue to make 80 cents for every dollar their male counterpart makes here in the United States. Black women, that number drops to 63 cents, and if you're Hispanic, it dips even lower to 58 cents. Joining us right now is LaToya Shambo, the founder of Black Girl Digital, an agency that aims to address the underpayment of Black and brown creators compared to their white counterparts. So far, she has facilitated brand partnerships for over 500 Black and multicultural content creators, generating more than 50 million social media impressions. Welcome to the iWoman Report, the LaToya Shambo. Hey, Queen.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for inviting me to be on. I'm excited.
I'm excited to have you on. We've been working together a little bit over the past year. iWoman and Black Girl Digital partnered on the Black Girl Digital Awards, and we're going to be working together again this year. Yay!
So excited, yes.
So you know what? Let's talk about Black Girl Digital and the Black Girl Digital Awards. You are really changing the game for Black female content creators. Let's talk about that.
Sure. So, I'm really excited about how it's evolved. Originally, when I first launched, I was like, let me just kind of test the waters and see if the community even wants it. And the response was really amazing. And as we are going into our third year, the anticipation for the event has been beyond my wildest dreams. And we're really excited this year to make it a 3-day weekend. We recognize that just having it for the one day, the award show on the one day, it wasn't enough, and more people really wanted to be a part of it. A lot of the creators really wanted to be a part of it. So hopefully the 3-day weekend, the official Black Influencer Weekend here in Atlanta will be impactful.
Awesome. We had a fantastic time last year, and what I like most about this is that you're really on a mission. By 2025, you actually want to change the game for these female content creators, and ultimately, which will, hopefully make a difference in all industries for how people are being paid.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's very simple. I think that to be fair is not complicated. And oftentimes, the industry, the advertising industry in general, they have a hard time adjusting to the new. The influencer marketing space has been it's growing so rapidly that it's hard to catch up. And I think like that's what's happening right now, is a lot of catching up to what has evolved. And for me, it's just finding the right groups and the right organizations to pull together to really talk about that wage gap, to talk about the pay gap, to talk about the issues that creators are having as well as marketers are having. So I'm really excited for what's to come. I've been in a lot of big meetings, and it's just been bringing me great joy, and hopefully they'll lead to change in the industry.
And what is that goal? What is that goal that you've set for 2025?
So, if we could close that gap by 25%, and it's again very ambitious and hard to measure, because more and more Black creators, Black women creators are entering into the space. But it's really like as many people as we can impact, we'll try to impact. I just know that personally, when we're working on campaigns, we're making sure that they're fair and equitable, and the wage it makes sense for the packaging, but 25%.
And to be clear, these creators that you're working with, some of them have 15, 20, 30 million followers across social media, and yet they weren't making money.
Yeah, and they still don't.
Wow.
A lot of them still don't make a significant wage compared to their white counterparts, and part of that is just due to visibility, is due to lack of negotiation skills, is due to just the lack of information in the space. So we try to do our best to share whatever information we can. We act as a broker, so we're making sure that those deals are fair and equitable, and just lending itself to closing that gap. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah, the struggle is real. Well, thank God they have you to advocate for them. And we are so excited at iWoman to be with you on this journey. We'll continue to support you, Queen, in anything that you're doing. Tell people how they can find out more about your agency.
Yep, you can find us over at blackgirldigital.com, or you can follow us on Instagram at blackgirldigital, spelled as is. Or shoot me an email, info@blackgirldigital.com.
All right, LaToya Shambo, thank you so much for joining us on the iWoman Report today. We will absolutely be following you.
Thank you so much, Kat. This is great. I appreciate it.
Continue to be great. Make sure you watch the full interview with LaToya Shambo on iWoman.tv. When we come back, we are rolling out the red carpet in Saudi Arabia, and another thing the world would be without if it wasn't for a woman. Women contribute $20 trillion to the global economy, yet there's not a news and entertainment network focused on the issues that matter most to us until now. Introducing iWomanTV. Become part of the fastest growing global network of women supporting women, featuring new, classic, and original films and TV shows. Studies show when women support women, they are much more successful. Feature your content on the only network created by women, about women, for everyone. Subscribe today at iWoman.tv. Just in time for Women's History Month, Time Magazine has released its Women of the Year issue. Gracing this year's cover, filmmaker Greta Gerwig, whose Barbie film grossed more than $1.4 billion at the box office, making her the only director ever to have her first 3 solo films nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars.
I set my sights a little high, but I don't know any other way to do it. I think there's some combination of like excitement and terror that are, it's a certain feeling of almost like vertigo when I know that's the thing I want to try, because it feels, you feel that rush.
Other notable women topping this year's list include actress, entrepreneur, and mental health advocate Taraji P. Henson, Grammy winner Andra Day, Chanel CEO Lena Nair, and the youngest and only athlete to make the list, 19-year-old tennis champ Coco Gauff, who was playing in Dubai when she got the news.
Yeah, it's really cool to be on that list among other amazing women, especially making it so young. It means a lot. I'm super grateful for them to choose me to do that. And I know I'm going to the event in March, so I'm really excited for that. One of the rare times I get dressed up, not in this stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited, and obviously thank you to Time for choosing me.
Each year, the Time list celebrates women who are creating a better future for women, meaning building bridges across generations, communities, and borders. These extraordinary leaders are working toward a more equal world. Speaking of incredible women, I am thrilled to introduce our newest iWoman ambassador, Natalie Beas-Nayal, who has been hobnobbing with some of the richest people in the world at the Saudi Cup, where competitors vied for a $20 million purse, including 7 female jockeys this year. Natalie, welcome to the iWoman Report.
I'm excited.
We're equally excited. So what was it like to be in Saudi Arabia? I got a chance to see a lot of the videos, and you and I, of course, did a live over the weekend, but talk to me about this exciting horse race.
Well, there's nothing like, going to Saudi Arabia, despite all the biases and the ideas that we have about Saudi, going there was being a transportation into a country that welcomed me with open arms, the food, the culture, the people, and the women. If I can elaborate on the reason why I went to assist and to cover the Saudi Arabia Cup 2024, the horse race with so many jockeys from different parts of the world. What was interesting to me was the fact that this year we had 7 women competing against the men. And there wasn't a separation of strength or of gender. Everybody was doing one race, and it was, racing to see who would win the cup and take home the purse of $20 million.
I was really blown away by the access that you had, seeing you dancing with a prince and talking to the princess, and you certainly looked the part as well. You looked beautiful while you were there.
Yeah, I went in there with no premonitions, and I said to myself, I'm going to share my heart with the locals. And they gave me back the amount of love that I had for them. I think an out-of-body experience, most of my experience there.
Hello, everyone. I'm Natalie Beas-Nayal with iWomanTV. We're here at the race tracks for the Saudi Cup. It's so exciting, so emotional, so beautiful. It's a sunny day in Riyadh. We're all looking forward to who's going to win. Who's going to do what's the necessary to get the 20 million that's on stake?
So in the Saudi Cup, originally I was brought in as a consultant, and I still am a consultant to this day, to work with His Royal Highness Prince Bandar bin Khalid Al Faisal. And my role was to kind of help curate with the Ministry of Culture, our partners, in all things cultural, a theme and an identity for the event that represented us internationally on the international stage. Last year and this year, I've been the Saudi Cup director, and that generally means that you are working very hard with an extremely talented group of people on trying to create a day to remember, a day that we can all be proud of. But above all, it's about the races. It's about making sure that our guests are comfortable, our guests are enjoying their participation in this event, and that everyone is having a good time.
You gotta prepare yourself. This is not easy. There's a reason there are few women who do this. It's very tough, emotionally demanding, physically demanding. But you know what, if your heart wants to do it and you believe you can do it, anything is possible.
So the sport has come a long way. It's the only professional sport that women compete against men, so we're very equal. I mean, in other countries, women get allowance, but that's okay too, you know. But just to compete against the men and having that opportunity is a huge thrill. I've always said, as a female rider, you know, in reality, men are stronger than women, which is okay. But if I can outsmart them and I have the horse, it's game over. I got them. I'll nail them on the wire, and that's the best part.
Very nice. Who actually won? I don't think we talked about the winner. So the horse, which horse took home this $20 million prize?
Well, the horse that took home the 20 million prize is Señor Buscador. And it was quite interesting because that horse came from the US. Oh. And the winner is from Saudi Arabia. So I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful example of seeing both countries and both worlds merge together. And I think this game actually goes further than just a sport. I think it was the access to everyone, knowing that Saudi Arabia is a place for all of us, and also knowing that, you know, having access to all the people and the items that I had, it was also a way of Saudi Arabia showing us that, hey, we're here and we're ready for growth, and we welcome your ideas if you want to talk about business, and we also welcome what you have to offer us, because we can share our beautiful country with you.
Natalie, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out for us and coming on the iWoman Report to debrief on this incredible journey that you took. I know you'll be covering a lot more events coming up, and we really look forward to shining the spotlight on you and allowing you to be the queen that you are.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored and humbled. Thank you.
Make sure you watch the full interview with Natalie on iWoman.tv. When we come back, a woman, of course, it's a woman who drops a $1 billion gift at a New York medical school. Find out which one. And we continue our series, What You Wouldn't Have If It Weren't for a Woman. If you're thinking about becoming a doctor, or you have a child who's thinking about becoming a doctor, you just may want to apply to Albert Einstein College of Medicine in the Bronx. In a surprising announcement, former professor Ruth Goetzman, who is also current chair of the Board of Trustees, announced that she will be donating $1 billion to the school to ensure free tuition for all students. This is the largest donation ever given to a medical school. Fourth-year students currently enrolled will receive a refund of their tuition for the last spring semester. Don't you just love this story? During Women's History Month, we are shouting out some of the most influential female inventors, making sure you know who to thank for the life-changing and mundane inventions that we probably can't imagine living life without. Something that isn't used by everyone, but is still essential, is the feeding tube. Bessie Blount was a physical therapist after World War II, often treating veteran amputees. She found one of the biggest obstacles her patients faced was eating, so she set out to fix the problem herself. Blount came up with the device we now know as a feeding tube, a tube that delivered individual bites of food to the patient at their own pace by simply biting down on the tube. Although her device proved successful, she received no support from the United States Veterans Administration, so she donated it to the French government. When asked why she gave the rights away for free, she said she just wanted to prove that Black women were capable of more than nursing babies and cleaning toilets. She received a patent for a similar but simpler and portable device in 1951. She was a renowned inventor in the community, contributing to forensic science as well later in life when she began assisting law enforcement in 1969. And this brings me to my thought of the day. We all have only one life to live, and all the fame and the money in the world means nothing if you're not living your best life possible. We have watched celebrities who seemingly have it all suffer in silence, trying to escape the pain and drown out the reality of whatever it is they don't have. Billionaires giving away their life fortune to make the world a better place, even after they're long gone. As we delve into Women's History Month with our heads held high, I invite each of you to contemplate the profound impact of the following sentiment: if I had given up. This powerful phrase serves as both a reflection on the resilience of the past and a celebration of the unwavering determination that fuels our future. It's impossible to be a woman and not be touched by the remarkable stories of women who, despite facing immense obstacles, chose to press on, defying the odds and reshaping their destinies with unwavering determination. Their extraordinary journeys highlight the pivotal moments where a single decision to persevere changed the course of their lives and, by extension, the trajectory of history. Every successful leader can reflect on a time where the resolve to persist, to continue moving forward, even when the path seemed impassable, became the catalyst for unyielding strength and incredible achievements. It is within these stories that we find the essence of the human spirit, resilient, unyielding, and boundless in its capacity to triumph over adversity. In honoring the legacy of those who did not give up, we're also strengthening our commitment to forge new paths, defy expectations, and inspire future generations to chart their own remarkable histories. So, as we lean into Women's History Month, let's revisit the profound impact of those 5 words, if I had given up, and celebrate the immeasurable courage and resilience that shapes our past, anchors our present, and propels us into extraordinary, unwritten futures. Embrace the incredible journey that lies ahead, fueled by the unwavering determination to persevere, no matter the challenges, because it is within that spirit of resilience that history is made, legends are born, and the world forever changed. That is going to do it for this week's iWoman Report. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Please stay healthy, stay happy, and stay safe.